Hey horror fans, thanks for joining me for this review of Aquarium of the Dead. Alright, title says it all. Cast and crew information down below, and the super quick IMDb plot is a scientific accident causes sea creatures in an aquarium to become zombies. Yes, don't need much more explanation than that. Aquarium of the Dead. Sea creatures turned into zombies and so forth. Um, yeah. Probably the most shocking thing about this movie is that Vivica A. Fox is in it. I don't know how she ended up in this one. I thought she was worthy of being in bigger titles, but I guess this is one she couldn't turn down. Or a payday she couldn't turn over. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she just maybe wanted another horror title to her. I don't know. We'd have to ask her, and I have no idea. I didn't do any reading on this movie. This one just kind of came out of the blue for me. I saw it and I was like, okay, and I had second thoughts. I was like, should I really waste my time watching this or not? Um, but I did, and I guess it can only warm the hearts of those who just appreciate movies that are like on sci-fi and so forth. Um, that's basically what this is going to amount to. Um, if you're a fan of those movies that come on the Sci-Fi Channel, Shark versus whatever, or Mega Shark, or Five-Headed Shark, or Crocodile this and Snake that, and CGI this all over the place. This is just another title to add to that. That's basically what this is. So, if you like those kind of movies, this is for you. If you don't, um, you know, this is your warning. But as far as what goes on here, it basically doesn't waste too much time. Jumps right into the action. There's apparently an octopus that's in trouble. One of the doctors, scientists there, whatever, is trying to save it. Two guys come and give her some medicine to give to it. Unfortunately, we find out a little while later that this is not a spoiler because they go through this early in the film, but that there's something wrong with that medicine. And so, yeah, that octopus basically goes crazy, attacks her, attacks the two guys, and that kind of sets the stage for the movie. Um, so, like I said, you find out shortly thereafter that there's something wrong with this medicine that's been delivered to this aquarium. Um, and one of the guys in charge says, hey, we supposedly disposed of it all. But of course, they didn't, because obviously the octopus got it, and maybe some other creatures, because basically the entire aquarium eventually goes crazy. You also have I believe it's the mayor of the town, come for an important visit, talking with one of the heads of the aquarium, because she wants some funding and support for the aquarium and things they want to do to improve. And of course, he gets kind of caught up in the mess as well. Um, Again, no spoilers. They actually do try to find, pull some mystery there, and there's some other, reasons why this medicine landed there in this aquarium, and why they got it and so forth. So they actually did try to add a little bit of story here, not just these creatures becoming zombies. So yeah, it's pretty simple after that. Eventually, the people in the aquarium, and this is it's not open to the public yet. So it's not, one of these movies where like say Jaws 3, where the entire park is open and Jaws attacks, and then it's just chaos. This is very dumbed down to basically the people that are working there, and then the mayor and his assistant that come and visit. Then there's a couple of people that actually try to come in to save the people in the park as well. So there's not, an entire audience of people at the aquarium to deal with. So with that, you get a couple of characters here and there. And I guess before I get into the horror, I guess, the animals and so forth, I guess the only sort of good thing is there's two characters in particular. Let's see, Daniel and Skylar, I believe. And they spend a lot of time together. Skylar's there on a supposed tour, and I guess he's one of the only outsiders that are in there besides the mayor. And it's a pretty private tour because obviously Daniel works there, and he starts showing him some of the exhibits, including the sharks, and they have an interesting back and forth through the movie. They really put, I guess if you want to call this a horror comedy, let's see, yeah, they do mention comedy here, so I guess they put the comedy into this movie. That is, if you're not laughing at the creatures or so forth. But yeah, they have an interesting give and take there, as they both take turns basically surviving different situations, and they get attacked by different creatures, and I think nothing super original with their comedy, but I think they played well off each other, and it was a nice touch, and gave a little bit of entertainment there. As far as everything else, as far as the horror, the zombie creatures here, yeah, it is CGI special. If you don't like that and CGI bothers you, this is gonna bother you. Lots of CGI creatures here. Sometimes the scenes look okay, and some of them are just, it's like I said, CGI special. Let's see, you get, like I said, there's an octopus, and I guess that's where it kind of begins, and that's one of the main creatures. There's a walrus, there's a crocodile, there's some crabs that I thought at first were spiders. To me, they look more like spiders, but I guess they're supposed to be crabs. So those are just like a few of the creatures that you're gonna get here. So it's just all kinds of weirdness, and they attack, and you would think that maybe some people would have been dead sooner, but they somehow survive, and I don't know if it's because of the CGI, and then they survive. But yeah, the other characters, I don't know, like I said, the two guys I liked, and I liked their back and forth. The other characters were the mayor's what you would expect from a mayor. The woman who runs the park or is in charge, and she's alright, but whatever. I don't really think you're going to care whether they live or they die. As far as Vivica Fox, yeah, they got her to do this, but she's not like the superhero here. She's not a main focus. She's basically plays a security person here, and it's basically one of those things where they kind of go to her every once in a while. So I can't even imagine this was a big shoot for her. She probably could have done this in one day. She's not really involved. She kind of avoids most of the animals. I think the first time you see her, she's in one spot, then she goes to another location, and basically is in charge of trying to get the park back online or something like that. And, really unimportant, and she eventually may or may not, or whatever, and that's her kind of role. So yeah, again, I don't know why she did this, and she didn't have a big, huge role, but whatever. Um, so yeah, admittedly, I just doing this review because Aquarium of the Dead, the name just says watch me, but um, it is what it is. And I guess I guess on IMDb here it says it's the let me get this correct here. It is supposedly the third film in the Zombies trilogy, and that's or Zombies trilogy, I should say, more like Zoo and then that. So if you're familiar with that, I guess this is the final thing, and this one I guess is in a different place and different location than the other two movies. So I guess it's a little different. Actually, I'm not really sure about the second one, but I know I saw the first one for sure. But it is what it is, and like I said, if you're really just into the Sci-Fi Channel kind of CGI stuff, you might like this one. If you kind of hate that stuff, but really want to turn this on like I did because this has Aquarium of the Dead and you're just interested, beware of what you're going to get. So with that, I'm really, I haven't done too many low reviews here. But I'm going to give this one pool of blood. And that's probably a gift. I don't like doing bad reviews or slamming people. I mean, it is what it is. It's just a lot of CGI, and they did what they could do. The acting isn't terrible. Like I said, the two guys are pretty entertaining. But this is just totally belonging on the Sci-Fi Channel, and just let it go. So with that, one pool of blood, and that's really all there is to say about this one. As usual, horrorreviews.blogspot.com is where you can find more reviews. Tons of written ones. These video reviews are on there as well, but you can always subscribe to the channel. Twitter, Facebook down below as well. Reach out to me. We can talk about this movie if you really want to. We can talk about other movies. You have something you want me to review, we can try to do that. I try to be as open as I can. And in the comment section below, if you want to comment on this video, if you also want to send me a question through that as well, please feel free to. And again, subscribe to this channel for more video reviews if that's all you're interested in. And I guess it's time to move on to the next review and get out of this aquarium of weird creatures. And I'll catch you in the next review, horror fans.